So you also came to see the fierce competition between the most mind-blowing anime series in the world. You guys can't even imagine that how we took the top 10 animes out of the bunch of thrillers and dramas could be labeled as one of the most difficult things to do in the world. Anime is a strip of art that has been popular for many years. Watching anime can be a great way to escape from everyday life and explore new worlds. There are lots of high-quality anime series out there that you can watch. Some people enjoy suspenseful thrillers while others like to get lost in the never-ending adventures and the drama that follows. It became popular around the world in the last few decades. It's time to finally address the burning question: what are the top 10 anime series in the world? Re:Zero: starting life in another world. Re:Zero starts off simple but quickly turns into a series based on time loops, character development, and unique villains. The adventure isn't linear, and the time loops don't always follow the expected path once reset. Interestingly, the animes Emilia. Subaru is what is known as a hikikomori in Japan, an extreme loner, or someone who seeks extreme degrees of social isolation and confinement, quite the change for someone who is extremely introverted. It has quite a lot of comedic touch, with Subaru, an anime fan, initially trying to predict all that will happen. Original source material was a light novel series written by Tappei Nagatsuki. The lead character, Subaru Natsuki, thrown into another place, the kingdom of Lugnica in Isekai, with his adventures kicking off after a chance encounter with the heroine in his surroundings based on his experience watching anime. But things don't always go in favor of you. Without wasting any time, when Subaru arrives early in Isekai, he is given the ability to return by death by the Witch of Envy, Satella. Satella seems to have an unexplainable connection to both Subaru and Emilia, who also seem connected as Subaru becomes Emilia's personal knight. Subaru's return by death ability allows him to return to save points, unpredictable and unspecified moments in time that was set before his death, which resulted in his death to be impossible. Oh God, I believe if someone will just a glimpse of this, he would die watching this show completely. 9. Death Note. Not gonna lie, this is my personal favorite anime. After discovering a notebook capable of killing people when their names are written into it, the series revolves around a high-intellect, smart and talented high school student, Light Yagami. Light, with a strong sense of moderately warped justice, decides that he is going to use the power of the powerful Death Note to get rid of the world of criminals and people he thinks are evil, and will fill it with justice and love. He starts out with a strong sense of justice, but this unfortunately becomes warped by the power he finds in the book. Of course, his killings don't go unnoticed for very long, and the public soon gave him the title of Kira, referring to the entity that they think is making these deaths happen, although the name of the game is to figure out who Kira is. Death Note is based on a manga of the same name, which ran between 2003 and 2006, and is still one of the most popular anime series of the world. The show is popular largely in part thanks to its mystery and horror genre themes, also peeking its nose into a psychological thriller. It's enjoyed by both Japanese and international audiences. The story is relatively short, spanning less than 40 episodes, making it concise and to the point without deviating too much, which can often happen with extended series. 8. Naruto. Naruto is a Japanese manga and anime series. It was written by Masashi Kishimoto in 1997. There are 220 episodes and 3 films based on the series. The story focuses on Naruto Uzumaki, an adolescent ninja who searches for recognition from his peers, who is ostracized because of a demon fox that attacked the village when he was young. The villagers eventually come to respect Naruto for his contributions, as he becomes an elite ninja in the village, with both skills and power which he uses to protect the people who once ostracized him. A lot of people find that the Naruto series is hard to follow. It's complicated and confusing, and there's a lot of irrelevant information, but they are completely wrong. I have myself watched the whole Naruto, and it is just full of thrillers and an amazing inspirational story. 7. Rurouni Kenshin, Wandering Samurai. The Rurouni Kenshin, Wandering Samurai manga series follows a fictional anti-hero from the Bakumatsu period who was once a feared killer, but has now retired to live as a wanderer. In this story, Kenshin is drawn into fighting against rogue Japanese samurai and the leader of a revolutionary movement that aims to overthrow the Tokugawa shogunate. The story begins with the main character, Kenshin, killing an opponent and protecting his friends. Kenshin tries to atone for his actions by helping people in need and joining the Kyoto police force. He then meets a swordsman named Shishio who is trying to overthrow the government. With his old friends from the previous war, he agrees to fight again and stop Shishio's evil plan. Rurouni Kenshin is one of my favorite manga series because it has a great story with mind-blowing action scenes that will leave you guessing until the end. 6. Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is a series of manga, anime, and movies. It follows Motoko Kusanagi, who is the protagonist of the movie. The series follows her as she investigates cybercrime activities, hacks, and attacks made by the Puppet Master. It is a masterpiece. The story is gripping, suspenseful, and mind-blowing. This is one of the best anime ever. It is so well written and executed. The story revolves around Major, a cyborg who leads Section 9, a team of special agents devoted to stopping cyber terrorism. Ghost in the Shell is set in 2030 when science and technology have advanced, allowing humans to become cyborgs with varying abilities to help humanity progress. However, Japanese syndicates have started to use these to their advantage. Before moving on to the next video, please do give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Number 5. Steins Gate. Steins Gate is one of the highest ranked anime series of all time across many of the rating platforms. This isn't the only reason it deserves its spot on my list. Not only this, its sci-fi and time travel themes are just crazy, man. The show takes place in Akihabara, Tokyo, which is a location for many fans to visit. Rintaro Okabe, a university student, discovers time travel and, along with his fellow co-workers at Future Gadget Laboratory, must try to prevent an evil corporation from fulfilling its plans. Often nicknamed Okaran or his preferred nickname Howin Kuma, Rintaro is a self-proclaimed mad scientist. He has all the melodramatics and eccentricities, as well as social ineptitude that makes a typical mad scientist, but also never hesitates to lend a helping hand to complete strangers. Because of his genuineness, he is very easily deceived. There are several plot twists and surprise moments to keep you tuned in episode after episode. Let's move on to number 4. Fullmetal Alchemist. The anime series is divided into two series, Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It is based on a manga series, which both shows follow pretty closely at the start. However, proceed to its end without the manga series having concluded, much the same as Game of Thrones. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is based on the entirety of the completed manga story. After an attempt to revive their deceased mother using alchemy, two brothers are badly inflicted when it goes horribly wrong. The Elric brothers have their moments of joy as the two travel around, and the legend of the Fullmetal Alchemist got popular. The hilarious is that Edward is the Fullmetal Alchemist, but because of Alphonse's fully metal body, people often end up thinking that Alphonse is the alchemist of legend. Reviving someone from the dead is a huge taboo in the world of alchemy, with serious consequences, as the results prove. They set out in search of the Philosopher's Stone to attempt to right their wrongs. But this is just the start of a wild adventure for them. As they leave their small hometown, they're into a world much bigger than them, having to overcome quite a lot of challenges, and also prevent an evil group from also finding the Philosopher's Stone to achieve their goals. I will surely recommend you to watch this. 3. Samurai Champloo. After a chance encounter, Fugosami, a teenage waitress working in a tea house, rescues two master swordsmen, Mugen and Jin, who have been arrested by the Japanese police after their battle inadvertently resulted in the death of the son of the local magistrate. Fukasami is a bright and trusting young girl whose kindness is unmatched. She has a bit of a penchant for getting herself in trouble, lost, and having accidents, but is also incredibly practical at the same time. It's an easygoing anime series that's funny and, sometimes, over the top, but its art style and comedic elements make it an easy watch for first-time anime watchers. The hip-hop music themes are also relatable, bringing a unique style to accompany the great sword battles throughout the series. 2. Darker Than Black. About 10 years ago, a mysterious anomaly known as Heaven's Gate appeared over the majority of South America. Soon after, another of these appeared in Tokyo, known as Hell's Gate, which shortened the sky and wreaked havoc on the surrounding area. And suddenly the real stars got exchanged with the unreal ones. Each of these fake stars is linked to people who possess supernatural abilities, known as contractors. These contractors have been found and trained by various governments to utilize as spies and assassins. The powers come at the cost of their humanity, murdering through objectives and rationale, and suppressing any emotional and other human hindrances to stop them from achieving their goals. Hey, the lead character, is a slight contradiction of this, battling against other contractors through a group known as the Syndicate, a group of assassins. He has the ability to control electricity or molecules and regularly takes on false identities and personas for his many missions for the Syndicate and just for his everyday. Now comes the last and the best one, everyone's favorite. Attack on Titan. I probably don't need to tell you about this, but let's cover this also. Attack on Titan is the only series on the list that is still ongoing. The series is based on a manga released in 2009, with the first episode airing in 2013. After 8 years, the show is in its final season, due to end within the next month or so. The story starts off on an island known as Paradis, where its people have built huge walls to protect themselves from attacks from mindless titans. Things quickly take a turn for the worse when two titans break through the walls, sparking a war that spans almost 13 years from the start of the series. Eren Yeager quickly emerges as the main character. Alongside his best friend Mikasa Ackerman join the Survey Corps, a team that goes beyond the wall to try to find out as much as they can about the Titan threat, seeking revenge on the Titans after destroying their home and eating Eren's mother. It is a very big and interesting story which you can find out by seeing the whole anime. You won't regret, I guarantee you this. So, this was the top 10 best anime series. Hope you liked it. See you next.
未来がある